This is a blog for Monday the 14th of September, Urban Session with Holly. Okay, so today we actually had a proper session, and it wasn't like an introduction session last week. And our aims, my aim of the session was to perform movements with correct alignment, energy, and my own personal attitude to it. And be able to go into the room and identify certain factors of health and safety. Okay, so us second years have to go into a session and identify any hazards that could occur during the session. So I noticed that there was a ballet bar in the room that shouldn't have been there because we weren't doing ballet, we were doing urban. So that could be a risk because someone could accidentally fall into it, and because it's a metal bar, it will hurt and it will stick into you because it's metal and it's big, and it's quite tall too. Another risk factor could be the speaker that was on the floor at the start of the session, because there was wires around it, so someone could trip up on it. And that was all that I could notice that would cause any risks in the session. To prevent these risks, we could move the stereo off the floor onto a chair or something, so it's off the floor and the wires aren't just lay along the floor. And then we could move the ballet bar out of the room. Okay, so then we moved on to discussing main aspects of assessments like performance skills, which include executing movements so that your movements aren't sloppy, spatial awareness because you've got to be able to see what you're surrounding and who's around you. You need dynamics because these flavour the movements, projection because you need to be projecting up and not down, relationship to music, which is musicality because you need to be dancing on the beats. You need physical skills, so like stamina, so you don't get tired doing movements. And you need to be performing key features in urban dance, which, like, one of the key features is attitude, using your facials, getting up in other people's faces and competing, because that's what urban dance is about. And then we moved on to actually starting choreography that we will use in the panto. I thought I did actually really well with my movement memory, and I was able to remember the movements, which I will post a video down below of the section of movement that we learnt. Yeah, I was really pleased with myself because I feel like my movement memory has improved, which is important, which will help me in the future with other choreographies. I really got into it and I was able to execute movements. Obviously it wasn't like completely polished and refined because it was the first time we learnt it. But I'm really excited for how this is going to look because I got really into it. I started using my facials and I was proper going for the movements and I felt quite confident, and this is the first time I've ever felt really confident doing a piece of urban choreography. So I felt like I'd achieved something there, that all like the techniques and applying the techniques had finally paid off. My strength of the session was being able to pick up the choreography and being confident with performing the choreography. My weakness is I still need to polish up on certain movements, as I feel like I'm running out of time to get to them. So there's a section where we swing along the floor and then stand here to then go here. I'm not feeling that I'm getting low enough into the swing, so I need to proper go into my second and then snatch myself up. My area to improve is to continue going over the choreography with my peers that we have been doing, so that I can get this movement firmly planted into my movement memory. So that we don't have to keep going over it, and to work on my timing with certain movements. And that concludes this blog.